Today I'm going to show you guys how to code in Python, which is honestly my favorite coding language. Okay, so basically what you want to do is download Python, and when you do download Python, there's going to be this checkbox that says add Python to path, something like that. And if you don't check it, something very bad is going to happen. Very, very bad. Tell you later. If you know what's going to happen, then comment it. If you don't, then they live in suspense. Okay. Oh, we should get started. Okay. Open up the Python IDE. And what we're going to do is create a new file. And, okay, we can type stuff in. That's obvious. Okay, first we want to save it. So do Control S. Can save it in I can save it over here, and you can name it whatever you want. I'm just gonna save it as script.py. Okay. Now what you're gonna do is, let's say you want to print something. Print. You would go like this. Okay, that would work. And this won't print something on your printer. And to run it, it's not run. I mean, yeah, it is run. Yeah, it's run module. And then I'll click OK. And then print title. Okay. Another thing that would work is if you go like this. Hello. That would work. This would definitely work. Wait, hello. Well, something that would not work is this. See, that's double quotation mark, that's single quotation mark. They're just not gonna work. Okay, I like to use these. I like them more. And if the one parenthesis is missing, it's not gonna work either. But the quotation marks have to be there. Like, if you go like this, that would not work. Yeah, they say like hello is not defined. Okay, and I think that's like also the print thingy. Now I'm gonna show you comments. Well, comments are, you can type in a comment like this. Hello. You can type anything in a comment like that. It's not actually gonna do anything. Like if I run it, nothing's gonna happen. It is there for like, and if your thing is very complicated, then the comments are very useful, and especially if you're working with a team, so then they can read the comments and they can say, oh, this is for this, and that is for that. Useful. Now, they're variables. Well, variables are, you can create a variable like this. Variable equals whatever you want. You could set a number. They can have any name. Like this could be a variable name. I don't like naming variables that. Variable 2. I could name that variable 1. They can also be strings like this. These are called strings if you're wondering. Text. Hello. They could also be like this. Like this, obviously. And just like last time, this would not work. They can also be arrays on a list, but I'm gonna get into that later, not in this video. If I get like 5 likes, I'll make the next video, part 2. Okay, and now they can also be like this, variable 4 equals true. The first letter has to be capital, so it won't work. It can also be false. Nothing else. There's nothing else with true and false. And the last thing that they can be is, there can be many other things, but the last thing I'm going to say that they can be is none, which is literally nothing. It's just nothing. It doesn't have a value. Okay, so we can even actually print these. You can go like this. Print variable 1. Variable 1. And if and you don't need to type in the quotation marks. In fact, if typing in the quotation marks would get me the wrong thing, the thing I don't want, because if I type this, and there's going to be a big difference, because this would print variable 1, and since variable 1 equals 10, it would print 10, but this would just print variable 1. And if you don't understand what I mean, remember variable 1 is 10. It prints 10, variable 1. And you can print everything actually. Like, I could print variable 6. And if you really want me to, I can print all of them. Since I'm so nice, I'll do it. Variable 5. Oh, we don't need the quotation marks, I forgot. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna copy and paste everything. Efficiency is very good, and I'm very efficient. Variable 1, variable 2, variable 3, variable 4. And this will everything. See? Okay. Like 6 minutes long already. I think I'm gonna make this like 10 minutes long. Okay, I guess what I'll teach you next is if statements. If statements are like this. If true, print true. If false, print false. Now these are sad faces, not happy faces. Run module, click OK. It's gonna print true because it's true, and that doesn't that doesn't make sense. If true, like the same thing, but if you make a variable like I am true, you say I am true. Remember, this is the true and false things are for. I am true equals true. If I am true equals true. Like this. True. But if it equals false, it would just skip that line of code. Another thing about variables, I just remembered, I should probably say this before I move on. It's not going to print anything. Let's say I make this variable, named var 10. Is it 1? And I print a very good variable var. And then I say, you know what, I don't want var to equal 5 actually, or I want var to equal to 10 because I'm 10. What I'm gonna do is first it's gonna print 1 because var is 1 at that time, but then since var turns into 10, it's gonna print 10. And if you try, I'm gonna show another error with variables. 1, 10. Another error that's very common with variables. Print var equal 5. That won't work. That's like someone telling you tell me how many oranges do I have, and you're like, I don't know, and then it's like, I have 5 oranges. Doesn't make sense. It gives you an error. This thing needs to be before that. Yeah, and now back to if statements. Like, you can make a variable like this. If, like, yes, if var equals yes, print yes. And this would work. And if you're wondering, you need 2 equal signs. 1 equal sign won't work. it just like won't. Like it won't. But if you change this to no, then var actually isn't yes. Plot twist, and it won't print yes. Okay. In the next video, I'm gonna cover if statements, else statements, functions, maybe part 1 of classes. Please like and subscribe. If I get 5 likes, I'll make the next video, because I mean, don't want to watch the video. What's the point of it?